Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm so grateful. In today's video, I wanted to talk about non-attachment and how you can practice it to manifest all the desires that you want showing up in your reality. Now, non-attachment, why is it crucial and can play an important role in manifesting your desires? How you can actually practice it and what it actually implies. Attachment means when you are attached to something, someone, a wish, or a desire, anything. It's that feeling of not having something or someone to yourself. It's not mine, it's not a part of my physical reality, it's not here. So it's a feeling of not having something. It's that feeling and knowing of lacking something. And when you feel lack of not having something, that's when you really get attached to that specific thing a lot. Because you feel you don't have it and you want it, you really want it. And it's like a feeling of grasping something. And it's that kind of struggle that this thing or this person should not leave. Okay, they should not escape, they should not go anywhere. That is essentially what attachment looks and feels like. When you feel attached to anything at all, to a person, thing, your desire, manifestation, whatever it may be, you are in your human egoic state and not in your God self and God state. Your egoic state that knows and believes that everything is separate from me. My desire is way over there. I am way over here. My desire is separate from me. I don't have my desire. There's distance, circumstances, or problems between me and what I want. And that state definitely does not know or believe that you are an infinite creator. It always thinks you are a limited being. And your God state is completely opposite. When you are in your God state, you are practicing non attachment because in your God state, you know that my desire is never separate from me. My desire is always available to me in my inner world. I can access it whenever I want, and there's always this oneness and energy that you are aware of. Everyone is connected, everyone is one energy. There's nothing that is too far away from me that I want. I can always have anything I want. I can create my reality the way I want, and all the possibilities, all the abundance, all the opportunities, everything is always available to me. So, how does it feel when you are attached to something or when you have this feeling of you lacking something? You feel it really deeply, right? Not just within you, in your physical being, in your body. You feel it in your chest, in your mind, in your hands, your stomach, everywhere. You have that feeling of you not having this thing, of you lacking this thing, of this thing missing from your life. It's way over there. Look at it, it's there. I'm here and I don't have this. I don't have this in my life and I need it. I want it. That is what attachment feels like when you want to hold on to something, grasp something and not let it go. And that does not feel good. It does not feel good. I'm sure everyone has been there where they have been attached to a specific situation, environment, some person, any kind of materialistic object. It does not feel good. It can feel really horrible as well. As I mentioned, you feel it in your entire being, right? Physically, mentally, emotionally. You feel anxious, you feel panic, you feel really tensed with that distance of your desire just not being here. It's just so far away. Now, how can you practice non attachment? How does non attachment take place? Non attachment takes place when you know and you practice within you that you are an infinite creator. You can always create anything that you want. And there's never any separation between what you are seeking and you. You know that everything you want, desire, need is already here. There's nothing missing. Everything that you're seeking is already here, and by here I mean in your inner world, in your imaginal world. It's always here, all your desires. Now let's take an example of being in a relationship. What is dominant in your inner world? Which experience is dominant in your inner world when it comes to relationship or any kind of specific person? Is the experience that is dominant within you around, I don't have this? This relationship is not here and I don't have it. With these sentences, you can easily figure out the feeling of attachment, the feeling of grabbing something, grasping something, the feeling of something not being here, something just seeming so far away from you. You can feel that anxiousness, you can feel that attachment to that specific relationship, that specific desire. Now, if that is what your dominant experience is, that's what's going on in your inner world, in your imaginal world, that is what you're replaying within you, that is what your inner dialogue looks like, that is what you are identifying with, that is the version you are keeping alive, the version of you that identifies with this kind of story, with this reality, with this state of being, that this is not here and I don't have it, I don't have it, it's far away, I don't have it right now. And the more you let it become dominant, the more you accept it, the more you choose to identify with it, that is what you're creating more of. Now, non attachment in this specific example would be going within, going in your inner world, in your imaginal world, and knowing this as the truth for yourself, that my desire is here right now and I have it. That is what's true for me. That is what I'm going to identify with now. That is the story I'm going to choose, and that is the state of being I'm going to choose, that I have it right now. My desire is right here, right now with me in my imaginal world. There's no distance between me and what I'm desiring. It's right here in this present moment, and I can feel it. I can experience it. It's here, it's mine, and it's there to stay. Now, how is this practice helping you in non attachment? Because non attachment is basically you identifying with having your desire, right? Because attachment is experiencing you not having something. Try to understand this. Attachment comes into the picture when you are dominantly in that state of being that I don't have something. So when you shift that into having it, that I have it right now, my desire right now is with me, that shifts attachment to non attachment. In the state of attachment, you are lacking something, you are dominantly in that experience of not having something. And once you come into that experience of having something right now, it's there with you, there's no separation, there's no distance. That is how you're creating non attachment. Here in your inner world, in your imaginal world, you can have anything that you want. Anything. There are no limits, boundaries to what you can imagine and create over here. And whatever you play here, whatever you experience here, whichever experience you choose to land in, cultivate, saturate yourself with over and over and over again, day after day, is what's going to be created outside, because that reality is a reflection of the state of being you are dominantly in your inner world. The dominant experience of not having something will create more of it, and the dominant experience of having something will also create it. So you are creating regardless. When you say you don't have something, it's right there, I'm right here, I don't have it, I need it, I don't have it. That is you creating it. If this is your dominant experience, what you're dominantly playing in your inner world, then this is also something you are creating in your outer reality, because you're identifying with this. You can easily shift and identify with having your desire. The process does not change. People find it difficult to just shift their state of being into an opposite state. And they are not ready to agree that they are creating their reality, because I want this, but it's not coming. But when you are dominantly in that state of being where you know you don't have this thing, you are dominantly replaying that again and again within you and landing in that experience of not having it. So if you don't have it in your outside world, It's you who's creating it by being in that dominant state of mind. So you're creating regardless. You can easily choose not to be in that state of being. Come this side, shift your state of being. Know that your desire is here with you. Just put in some time, discipline, and choose for yourself that for the next few weeks, months, whatever feels comfortable, this is the story I'm going to play inside me. This is what I'm going to identify with. This is not something I'm going to give importance to. This is what I will practice. And the same way this specific thing was showing up outside, me not having something was showing up outside. Similarly, me having it will start showing up outside. So if you don't have something, that's what you have been creating by identifying with that version and playing that story and knowing that as something that is true for you. And you having something is also being created by you by just identifying with a different story, a different version, and being in that state of being that yes, I do have it right now. Both these situations, when you don't have something outside and when you do have something outside, is being created by you. There's no one else here. You are doing this. So practice non-attachment by tapping into your God state, by tapping into your true infinite nature, by knowing your power of creation and being in that end state of knowing that yes, all my desires are with me, there's no separation, there's no distance, and keep tapping into that, making it your dominant state of being so you can move yourself away from the state of being where you are attached and where you just have these overwhelming feelings of this not being here, this not being with me, this being too far away. Okay, so that's all I wanted to discuss in that video. I really hope it adds some value to your manifestation process. In case you have any kinds of questions, you can leave it in the comment section below. I have my Instagram linked below for a regular dose of motivation. I also have my second YouTube channel linked below, which is all around mindset and self-development. Not really from a manifestation perspective, but in general. So if the videos interest you there, you can subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, have a great week.